you know what truly ruins your peace after 60? It's not money or health. It's doing the same foolish things that keep you tired, worried, and lonely. Many seniors believe that as long as they stay busy or helpful, life will naturally stay comfortable. But that's where the real mistake begins. After 60, comfort doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing less of what drains your spirit. In today's video, we'll talk about 7 foolish things you must stop doing if you want to live peacefully and comfortably until 80. And I'll tell you right now, the 5th one surprises most people because they think it's a good habit when, in truth, it's quietly destroying their peace of mind. Let's begin with the first one. Mistake 1, holding on to unnecessary worries. Worry is like rust. It doesn't come all at once, but slowly eats away at your joy. After 60, you've already lived through storms, survived mistakes, and raised your family. Yet many people still carry anxiety about their children, health, or finances as if they're responsible for everything. You can't control what happens tomorrow, but you can control how much space you give to worry today. I once met a man named George, 72 years old. He said, "I lie awake at night, thinking about my son's job, my savings, and the world falling apart." I told him, "George, at your age, the best thing you can do for your son is to stay alive and peaceful. Let him handle his storms. Your calmness is his inheritance." When you stop worrying about what's beyond your reach, something amazing happens. Your body relaxes, your heart slows down, and your days feel lighter. Worry steals your energy and gives you nothing in return. Letting go is not irresponsibility, it's wisdom earned through years of living. Mistake 2, arguing to prove you're right. The older we get, the more we believe we've earned the right to be right. But constant arguing about politics, family matters, or who's smarter never brings peace. It only creates distance. Many seniors lose friends and family not because of illness or death, but because they insist on winning small battles that don't matter. When your heart needs calm, not conflict, walk away from unnecessary debates. The truth is, being right doesn't add a single day to your life, but being kind adds warmth to every one of them. I met a woman named Linda, 68 years old, who said, "I used to fight with my daughter about everything, from how she raises her kids to what she eats. Then one day I realized I missed her laughter more than I enjoyed being right." That day, Linda chose silence over pride, and their relationship healed. When you release the need to always win, life stops feeling like a battlefield. Peace doesn't come from convincing others. It comes from accepting that love is more important than being right. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Mistake 3, living for your children instead of yourself. Many parents spend their entire lives giving everything to their children: money, time, even their peace of mind. But after 60, that habit becomes dangerous. Your children have their own lives now. They don't need you to sacrifice anymore. They need you to be healthy, calm, and independent. When you keep trying to fix their problems, you take away their chance to grow. You end up exhausted, emotionally empty, and often disappointed. You start feeling unappreciated, not because your children don't love you, but because you're doing what they never asked for. A 70-year-old man named Robert once told me, "I gave my son everything, helped him buy a house, watched his kids every weekend, and now I barely hear from him." I told him, "Robert, you raised him to live his life. Now it's time to live yours." And when he finally began traveling, gardening, and reconnecting with old friends, he said, "I didn't realize how small my world had become." You see, love doesn't mean losing yourself for others. True love is showing your family how to live joyfully and independently. At this stage of life, your happiness is not selfish. It's an act of wisdom that teaches others how to age gracefully. If you continue giving everything away, you'll have nothing left when you truly need support. Live for yourself now, because that's the best gift you can give to those you love. Mistake 4, trusting everyone with your personal matters. After 60, your circle gets smaller, and that's not a bad thing. But many people still try to share every detail of their life with friends, neighbors, or even relatives who may not have the best intentions. The truth is, not everyone who smiles at you wants the best for you. Some just want to know your weaknesses, your savings, or your family problems. When you talk too freely, you give others the power to use your words against you. Maybe you confide about your health, your inheritance plans, or a disagreement with your children. and soon everyone seems to know about it. That's not friendship, that's gossip wearing a friendly face. There's wisdom in quiet living. You don't need to explain your choices, your money, or your family to anyone. Protect your privacy like you protect your health. Because when peace becomes your priority, silence becomes your best defense. I once knew a woman named Grace, 75 years old, who told me I thought sharing my problems would make me feel lighter, but it only made people talk more about me. She learned that peace often comes from keeping her circle small and her words fewer. Remember this, your peace is priceless. Not everyone deserves access to it. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Mistake 5, helping others at the cost of your own peace. This is the one most people struggle with, and it's the one that silently steals years of peace from your later life. After 60, your time and energy are limited. Yet many people continue to stretch themselves thin for others. Whether it's constantly babysitting grandchildren, lending money to relatives, or taking on tasks that no longer bring joy. Helping others is a beautiful thing, but only when it doesn't harm your own well-being. Too often, seniors mistake self-sacrifice for love. They think, if I stop helping, people will think I'm selfish. But remember this, there's a big difference between being kind and being used. A man named Henry, 74, once told me, he was always helping his neighbors fix things around their house. They call me for everything, he said, but no one ever checks on me when I'm sick. That's not community, that's exploitation dressed as friendship. When you say no, you're not being unkind. You're setting boundaries that protect your mind and body. Every time you give too much of yourself, you lose a little bit of the energy that keeps you healthy and happy. You've earned the right to rest, to enjoy silence, and to say, not today. The people who truly value, you will understand that you've already given enough in your lifetime. Stop helping out of guilt. Help only when your heart feels light about it. That's the balance that brings real peace after 60. Mistake 6, comparing your life to others. Nothing steals happiness faster than comparison. After 60, too many people look around and think, she's healthier than me, or he travels more than I can, or their kids visit more often than mine. But comparison is a thief. It blinds you to the blessings already in your hands. Everyone's journey is different. You may see someone smiling on the outside, but you don't know their quiet battles, their sleepless nights, or their regrets. The truth is, no one's life is perfect, not even the ones that seem peaceful or wealthy. And when you stop comparing, you begin to see your own life for what it is: unique, rich in experience and filled with quiet victories that others could never understand. A woman named Helen, 78 years old, once told me she used to feel jealous of her sister, who seemed happier and had a larger family. But one day her sister said, "I envy your peace." That's when Helen realized that envy is a mirror. It often shows you what others already admire in you. You don't need to compete anymore. You've already lived through the hardest years, raising children, building a life, surviving losses. Now is your time to enjoy the simplicity of being alive. Gratitude, not comparison, is the foundation of peace. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Mistake 7, ignoring your own happiness. Many people spend their later years living like guests in their own lives, doing what others expect, following routines that no longer bring joy, and convincing themselves that pleasure is only for the young. But after 60, ignoring your own happiness is one of the greatest mistakes you can make. You've worked hard, sacrificed for decades, and survived storms that younger generations can't even imagine. You deserve peace, laughter, and small daily joys. Happiness doesn't have to mean traveling the world or chasing something new. It can be as simple as a morning walk under soft sunlight, a good book, or a warm cup of coffee shared with someone who truly listens. But here's what happens to many seniors. They stop doing things that make them feel alive because they think, at my age, what's the point? That mindset is poison to the soul. I once met a man named Frank, 80 years old, who told me, "I gave up painting years ago because my hands shake now." I asked him, "Does the shaking stop you from feeling joy while painting?" He smiled and said, "No, it just makes the colors blur together." I told him, then that's not a flaw, it's your new style. A month later, Frank sent me a photo of his new artwork saying, I feel alive again. When you do what makes your spirit come alive, you stop counting the years and start living them. Don't wait for permission to be happy. You've already earned that right. Life between 60 and 80 isn't the waiting room for death, it's the celebration of survival. Final thoughts. Life after 60 is meant to be lived with wisdom, not regret. Every day you wake up is another chance to do less of what drains you and more of what nourishes you. Let go of the burdens that don't belong to you anymore. Stop proving yourself to people who no longer matter. Focus on peace, health, and the quiet satisfaction of a well-lived day. Age doesn't take away your value, it amplifies it. You've become the sum of every lesson, every scar, every victory. And when you start removing the foolish habits that no longer serve you, you'll find that living comfortably until 80 and beyond isn't about luck. It's about awareness, self-respect, and letting go of what no longer fits in this beautiful chapter of your life. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us,